Hey guys, welcome to the Gauff Samsonova second round Cincinnati live stream. Gauff in trouble here down a break. 3-2-40 love. We're a little bit late. But today was a long day, let me tell you. Long day today. I wanted to do one match. Actually, I wanted to do two. I wanted to do Jovic against Kopacz and then follow it up with this one. Kind of go back to back. But yeah, there was no way I was going to get ready for that one. And I'm only doing one today. Tomorrow, we're going to do... What are we going to do tomorrow? Let's see. Well, like I predicted, Yala and Samsonova is going to be at night. So I'm going to decide, I might do Hodar actually. Or maybe Iga. I might do a few tomorrow. Let me think. Maybe I'll do Iga, Hodar, and Yala. Maybe do 3 tomorrow. We'll see. See how it goes. Let's lock into this one. And Samsonova is a very dangerous opponent. It's a brutal first match for Coco here. But I got a feeling Coco's going to come through this one. She's going to find a way. Hey, Night Rush. Hey, Keydon. How you guys doing? I think Coco is going to come through this one. Yeah, it looked like it right now. Love 40. About to go down double break. But you best believe Coco is a fighter. And she's going to somehow get her teeth into this one. And a very good return from Samsonova. Forehand pass there on break point. Just on absolute fire. When Samsonova catches a good day, you know, it's going to be a problem for a lot of players. But, you know, it hasn't really been the case that frequently as of late, because let's get familiar with Samsonova's results. By the way, Sloane Stephens up a set 5-4 serving, 40-30 match point against Potapova. That's a huge win for Sloane. Sloane ranked 240 in the world in the live rank. Oh, yeah, I don't know. Don't know if this is live, but 240 in the world. And she's been grinding it out this year, going through qualies, qualified for Australian Open, qualified for Roland Garros. She did not play Wimbledon. And she qualified for Toronto last week. That tournament in Memphis, I thought that was a great opportunity for Sloane to do well. But she lost to Vidmanova, 2-4 in the second round. But yeah, Sloane won. She beat Potapova. That's a huge win for Sloane. Huge. I did catch some of that Kostyuk-Kenin match. That was very interesting. Kostyuk won after being down love 3 in the third. Let's get familiar with Samsonova. 43 in the world right now. Career high is 12. So that's why I'm saying, like, you know, she's not playing anywhere near her top level. She did play well last week, though, against Rybakina. I don't know if you guys remember that match. That was very close in the 4th round. So she won 3 matches last week. Beat Chen, Krejcikova, and Joint. And then had a really tough first-round match here against Putintseva, 7-6-5, 7-7-5. So she's been playing better as of late. Was also quarters in Washington, lost to Schneider. 3rd round Wimbledon. So results have been better. But, you know, prior to Bad Homburg, where she lost to Svitolina, In the second round, she lost 3 in a row, 4 in a row, 4 first-round losses in a row. So yeah, a very talented player. Samsonova, one of the hardest ball strikers on tour. But the problem has been, like, you know, consistency, obviously. But here she's starting extremely well. Up 2 breaks in the first set, 5-2. Let's see how Coco will respond to this. How would she get her teeth into this one? Forehand miss from Coco, and she was saying something to the box. She didn't hit that clean, that forehand. It was very thin. Ball barely made it to the net. Faria up a break on Shelton. That guy is very dangerous. Jaime Faria, that guy can serve, rip the ball. Very dangerous player. We'll keep an eye out on a lot of these matches. Some people have asked me to comment on Hodar and Shapovalov. I mean, that was an incredible comeback from 5-1 in the third. Incredible for Hodar. And then, of course, the shoelaces, that whole thing. Then how about Shapovalov's first round match against Manarino? There was a lot of drama, and I recorded a whole segment from my, not the last video, but one before that. And I had a whole segment on Shapovalov. I decided to delete the whole thing. There's a big serve from Samsonova. Forehand return error from Coco, 40-30. Big forehand there from Coco. Samsonova ripping, and a forehand goes long from Coco, 6-2. Wow. Not a good start from Coco, to say the least. She's off her game, and Samsonova on fire. Let's see how Coco can turn this around. Guys, I gotta get something to drink. I'll be right back. Oh. All right, Coco's coming back. Oh my God. All right. Keydon says, I saw Faria in a challenger 3 years ago. He was traveling with his friend Roja, which is ranked 120. It's really nice thing to find a good player, same age with good talent to grow together. Yeah, 100%. That's how you can maximize your potential. If you have somebody that's as good as you and maybe even a little bit better, you grow up together, you push each other, you maximize potential. That's the best thing about an academy, that you go there with players that are of a high level. Everybody has the same goal, as opposed to practicing at home, where you might be the best player in the club and everybody's got a goal of, you know, going to college, and so you just kind of feel singled out. And you go to an academy and you got a bunch of players your age with the same goal, and they're good enough to beat you, or they're better than you. That's how you grow. That's how you get better. And Coco, wild forehand miss. Shanked that. You went after it, ripped it, shanked it. 30-15. Double fault from Gauff. 30-all. It's like a nightmare start for Coco here. And Coco pumps her fist. Nice forehand approach shot to the backhand corner of Samsonova, draws the error. 40-30. Hey man, do you think Ayala will win tomorrow? It's going to be extremely difficult, King Cabano. It's going to be so difficult. I think she's going to squeeze that one through. Like, I'm leaning just a tad towards Ayala, but I'm telling you that one is tough. Because Anisimova at some point in this North American hardcore swing will catch fire. And it could easily happen tomorrow night, and she could just have a blast festival against Ayala and just start ripping, making shots. It's possible. But I'm thinking like Anisimova is not quite there yet, and Ayala is high on confidence. She's going to, you know, expose some areas of the Anisimova game that are going to produce errors, and I think Ayala is going to come through. A phenomenal hole from Gauff. That's what makes Gauff so good. You know, in that game, that one shank forehand double fault, and you know, she puts it all together again at 30-all, wins the big point, holds. That's what's impressive about Coco. She's not playing well tonight. She's not feeling the ball, framing another forehand there. But she's going to keep trying. She's going to keep trying. She's going to stick with it. And she might, you know, come away with the victory here, despite playing so poorly, which is so hard to do, let me tell you. And most players, when they play poorly, when they catch a bad day, they can't turn it around. They just end up losing, and then, okay, they say, like, try next time, you know? But to have the willpower to turn something like this around, it requires a lot. Yeah, Super Dave, I agree with you. That's Valtteri was the original idea behind that concept, and you know, I've made a video on the academies. That was a good video, actually. I get a lot of, still to this day, people send me messages about that video. It's a very honest video about the academies, and you know, it's honest because I give the academies credit where they deserve to get credited, but I also point out the issues with academies, because you mentioned Balotelli was the first. But even Balotelli said like he was the first one to do it, and he said like even in Bradenton or whatever, or Sarasota, they ended up having like 20 academies in that little town, and it seems to be one on every street, around every corner. So that's one thing. Another thing is that like the financial structure of an academy is to make money from the poor players, not poor like financially, but from the weak players. And the great players they go for free, i.e. scholarship, and they're the ones that are used for marketing. And weak players, they shouldn't be at an academy. So the point I made in that video is like you go to an academy where you're so good that you don't have proper practice partners. You are beating everyone in your area. There's really no one that has the same goal as you. Nobody wants to turn pro or play Division I college, or if they do, they're much weaker than you. Then it makes a lot of sense to go to an academy. But if you're losing, in L7s, if you're losing locally, there's absolutely no point to go to an academy. Absolutely no point. You're better off like going to school and playing tennis after school. I'm telling you, you probably get better results because you're getting like coaches at the academy that get paid like $15 an hour, $20 an hour. And literally it's better for you to stay wherever you are than to go to an academy. And that's the vast amount of players. So those, 1% of players that can benefit from an academy, they're few and far between. It's the ones that go to an academy most frequently is the ones that don't really get better there, and they're just paying a tremendous amount of money for subpar coaching. And I've been here for close to 20 years now, Southeast Florida, tennis mecca of junior tennis. And I have kids. This one specific example, I won't name any names, but there was this family that moved from Brazil, and they bought a house to go to a famous academy, and they were there for 2 years. And the dad was so frustrated because the kids they couldn't win a single match at an L7, right? It was getting destroyed. And dad was spending a fortune, and then they were looking for other coaches. They reached out to me, and I kid you not, the two boys, were serving with a forehand grip. After 2 years at a world famous academy, they were serving with a forehand grip. And I have other examples like that. So yeah, the academies do produce elite level players, but there's also the dark side of the academies. And Gauff holds to love 2-1 in the second set. So I feel like she's stabilizing her game slowly but surely. Starting to hit better, less mistakes. Yeah, like I said, I feel like Coco's going to find a way to get through this match somehow. That's the amazing thing about Coco. Kidan, I got so many more stories. Some I can't tell, but I have so many stories from the juniors. From coaching junior down here. I did release a couple of videos recently that I want you guys to check out. So I released one today on my second channel. So let me link that real quick. You guys can follow. You guys can subscribe to my second channel. I do post on there. Usually it's like shorter content. It's shorts, but it's also like short, long form. But it's also other things. I did some live streams on there as well, so you can check that one out. And I got a very interesting video today It's a short one, but with Shamir. Where is it? It's not posted. Wait a second now. What is going on here? 1 second, guys. We got a problem here. August 17th. When is that? Tomorrow. Yikes. You know what? It's coming out tomorrow. Never mind. I thought I scheduled it for today, but it's coming out tomorrow. But in any case, click on the Nightbot link and follow my second channel. You gotta be kidding me. It's not raining again, is it? You gotta be kidding me. Not again. So many matches I did recently got rained out. Like close to every single one. Even the last one, Yala against Rusa, rained out. I can't believe it. Every match recently that I'm doing is rain delay. It's that time of the year, though. What can you do? Super Dave, I watched that Jovic match. I watched the third set. Very entertaining match. Very. It got very nervy towards the end. Cannon had that one. She was up 3-love in the third. But credit to Kostic, she fought back, fought very hard. She was very happy about winning that match. It was a real battle. Yes, Shamir made his mind up. Yep, he did. He made his mind up. That's a bummer, huh, guys? Coco holding her own umbrella. That's funny. Play suspended. Fantastic. Fantastic, guys. Had a lot of matches to choose from. I choose this one with the rain delay, of course, but it's all good. We'll figure it out. Are you telling me the play isn't suspended on the other courts? Is that true? Is Faria and Shelton still on, or they're suspended too? Looks like they're suspended as well, yeah. Okay. Very, very frustrating. Yeah, Jovic for sure, big potential to do big things. I feel like there's a lot of room for improvement there, mostly mental, but also in her game. I think she can be a very solid top 10 player, Jovic. She's very good. Very, very strong. A great athlete. She's kind of like Kostyuk, but a little bit more cleaned up version of Kostyuk, like more solid, more steady. Maybe Kostyuk is more explosive, but it's a similar type of athlete, just like so strong and just so stable, can absorb pace. She's a great player. Dave, you can see the blue sky. Where? What kind? Are you there? Oh, okay. I see on this camera angle. I guess there's like sun in the vicinity, so it can't be that bad. People also walking around with no umbrellas, so it's probably not that bad. But very frustrating, nevertheless. Very much so. Hopefully it's not gonna be a lengthy delay. We shall see. Who plays after this? Let me check the schedule. Let me see. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. It's still Valentova against Svitolina. Sonego Tiafoe. We still got matches. Did Shamir go Defier or Diadem? I can't reveal that. Yeah, we're gonna do a video yet. Not yet, but we're gonna do a video soon. But yeah, he's made up his mind already. What about Korpach? She reached peak now when she's 31. Yeah, it's crazy, right? Korpach all of a sudden, like, she won Hamburg, right? Is that right? Korpach won Hamburg, didn't she? Let me check that. Let me check that real quick. Korpach. Tamara Korpach. She won Hamburg, I think. Or maybe not. Yeah, she did. She won Hamburg. 250 in Hamburg she won. Yeah, she's playing well. I thought she played a really good match against Jovic too. That was like 4-3, but it was way closer than that. It was kind of tight, but she's a good player. It's good for Germany to have players inside the top 100 because it's such a great tennis nation, and the interest has gone down significantly ever since like Becker and Graf retired. So it started going down a long time ago. It was very interesting for me because I grew up in Germany, and I would, always go back in the summers. And, it was interesting to see the changes when you weren't there for a while. And I could see it year after year, just the interest fading for the game of tennis. I think it's bounced back in recent years. I think COVID helped it bounce back up. So I think it's like the situation now is way better in Germany tennis-wise. More interest and so on. So I think COVID helped it a little bit. But yeah, good to see Korpach playing well, yeah. Play suspended due to rain. Okay, guys, you know what? Hang tight. Don't go anywhere. Leave this on. I need to take care of a couple of things. I'll be back in a few minutes with a report on what's going on. And we'll go from there. If this ends up being a very long delay, we have to see what we're going to do. Very frustrating, I know, but it is what it is. So hang tight. I will be right back, okay? What's up, guys? It looks like they're about to start drying the court. Doesn't look like it's raining anymore. Looks like people are walking around with no umbrellas. So it shouldn't be too much longer, guys. It shouldn't be too much longer. I'll keep you guys posted, okay? Although there's a really black cloud like right behind the court, though. This is really a bummer. This is such a bummer. These rain delays. It's
everyone.
I'm live. Yeah, every match recently has been a rain delay. Let's see. Yala, Russo with a rain delay. Of course, Pegula and Yala was a rain delay, but even in Toronto, there was a lot of rain delays there. I don't remember now, but Montreal too. It is what it is, though.
Du weißt, wie es ist.
Huh?
As they say.
Say again?
Du weißt, wie es ist, as they say.
I'm live, Vanessa. I don't know if you know that.
I thought we were literally talking.
I know, but I'm live. Okay, let's see. They're drying the court right now. Nick, what do you think about Prince rackets? I used to play with Prince. I could do a show and tell. It's over there in my bag, in my room. Play with the Prince Precision. Prince Graphite I played with for a while. That was probably my favorite. I play really well with that one. Yeah, what else? I think Prince Lightning, maybe. I played with a ton of Prince rackets. That was like the best racket back in the day, with that bridge in the middle, you know, with the plastic inside. Have not tried the new Princes, no. That's like one company that I didn't try that one. During my finding a new tennis racket series, I did not try that one. Swiatek against Arango was interesting in the first set. Iga lost her serve. It was very competitive in the very beginning of that first set, and then Iga broke that match wide open, 1-3-0. But that was certainly interesting. Let's see, what else did I see? Didn't see too much else, to be honest with you. I saw, like I said, Kostyuk, Kenin, I saw, Jovic. But I was on the court today for a long time. A long time. I was recording a lot of different things. Been recording quite a bit. Been recording quite a bit. Oh, and most importantly, I started playing again. Today was the first time I tested my calf. Held up okay, but I did some movements, more high intensity. And yeah, I mean, I'm super excited to come back and play some matches. It's been so long since I played, but I'm really bad now. I'm moving. I was moving slow last year, but you see me now. I'm moving so slow. But I'm excited to play. Trying to figure out what they're doing on the court. I don't see them drying it, but the court does not look wet though. It's hard to see from this angle, but it doesn't look wet. Oh, Shelton's back on the court. Okay, great. So let me take care of one more thing, and then we're gonna track the Shelton match as we wait for this one. Guys, one sec.
What are we talking?
All right, guys, we're back in business here. They're about to resume. They had a 3-minute warm-up. Faria held. He's up 5-3 on Shelton. 15-40, 2 set points. Like I said, that guy is a beast. Faria, huge potential. But still very surprising to see Shelton not be able to replicate his form in Montreal, which was incredibly good. He was on absolute fire. All right, second set, 2-1, Samsonova serving. Let's see if Coco can do some damage right here. A wild backhand error, very uncharacteristic from Coco. She's not on her game tonight. She's not timing the ball right. She's not feeling the ball right. It's just an off day for Coco. So it's all about like getting through this and somehow finding a better level of tennis. Just very uncharacteristic mistakes from Coco. And of course, Samsonova hitting the ball well. Coco with a very strong return, deep. And Samsonova with an open stance backhand. Hits it very long, right on the baseline. And Coco makes the forehand error, 30-love. Another very strong open stance backhand from Samsonova. This one, like, she does a move that's not easy to pull off. She loads with her outside leg and then gets airborne and takes it in the air. It's that hop two-handed backhand. Jannik Sinner does it from time to time, but he often does it off the front foot. That was off the back foot. And it requires a lot of athleticism, that particular shot. And Samsonova holds to love. 2-all. Another forehand error from Coco. Definitely the forehand not working tonight. Ace from Coco. 15-love. Second serve from Coco. Backhand of Coco clips the net off a very strong return from Samsonova, and then another wild error on the forehand side from Coco. Ball goes long. And it's 15-all. Ace, second one in this game for Coco, out wide this time. And 30-15. And Gauff on first there is 18 on the forehand, 1 on the backhand. Another huge serve from Coco to the backhand of Samsonova. Draws a return error, 40-15. Another big serve from Coco to the forehand of Samsonova. And there's a hole to 15. 3-2 Coco. Let's check the draw real quick. Let's see who will play the winner of this. We'll go through the draw from top to bottom. So Sabalenka, Wang, Belek, Alexandrova, Siniako, Keys. Wang will play the winner of the match after this one, Valentova, Svitolina. And Ann Lee will play the winner of Gauff, Samsonova. And then, check this out. Potential round of 16 clash between Jovic and Gauff. But Jovic got to come through Boskova first, which is not going to be easy. And of course, you don't want to underestimate Lee. She's been playing well, serving exceptionally well. I don't think so. That's a kind of an opponent that Coco will normally not lose to. But Coco a long ways away from winning this. It's going to be a long road. Double fall from Samsonova, 15 all. And not an opportunity for Coco yet, but still, this is one of those circumstances in a return game where you're like, okay, all right, I got a double fall, it's 15 all. Let's go. Let's do this right here. Next point. Like you get a little bit of hope as far as a break is concerned. Very unfortunate return error from Gauff there off the forehand, misses it wide, cross court. But in this stage of the match, you know, there could be a little bit of a dip too from Samsonova, especially with the rain delay. And here, if Samsonova goes on the first ball in the rally, down the line with her backhand, misses wide, 30 all. So now it's a game point or break point. Huge point right here. That's a very strong backhand by Samsonova. A very good forehand return from Gauff. Off a wide serve, Gauff struck that really well, but Samsonova held her ground, redirected ball into the open court, 40-30. It's a beautiful tennis there from Samsonova at the net. Comes in, it's a nice cross-court forehand volley, and then a backhand down the line volley winner off a squash shot from Gauff. That's 3-all. Gauff got to be careful here. And forehand looking good for Coco in that rally. Rips it confidently down the line, draws the backhand error from Samsonova. 15-love. Forehand slice from Coco. Another forehand slice from Coco. Incredible hitting from Samsonova. Incredible. Samsonova is playing aggressive, holding her ground, redirecting the ball well. But Gauff there at 15-all with the monster ace down to T, 30-15. Gauff with a double fault, 30-all. This is danger zone right here for Gauff. And she comes up with a huge first serve, 40-30. Key on, yes. Second serve does bring her down big time. How do players must trick their minds to play point by point and not distract them from the overall score? Well, look, it's just catching yourself. You know, the mind will drift. You'll start thinking about other things and you just kind of go with the flow sometimes, but you can catch yourself. You know, you're like, okay, you know what? Lock in. Don't think about that stuff right now. Lock in, stick it one point at a time. It's not easy, but you can definitely practice stuff like this in practice matches or even in tournament matches. You can practice this stuff and it can get better. The points on the ad side in this game have been awful, and the points on the do side have been spectacular from Gauff. So she dumps a forehand into the net on game point, and then serves another ace down the tee, a deuce. And she has another game point here. Samsonova with some exceptional hitting again. It's holding her own back there. Not retrieving at all. And just absorbing pace and redirecting it from Gauff. Draws another error from Coco. Back to deuce. What a game from Coco. Aces and double faults. There's a breakpoint chance for Samsonova. Hard for a returner to get into a rhythm too when the opponent is like, she gave her 3 points off the double fault this game and I think 2 aces. That's 5 points of not doing anything for Samsonova. And breakpoint chance and Coco with a serve and volley. Are you kidding me? Inside out backhand volley to save breakpoint. That was huge. That was huge. She has incredible net skills, Coco. Very good in the transition game as well. Another forehand error from Coco. Breakpoint chance number 2. The 7th game myth, yeah. What a serve there from Coco. Absolute monster serve. Ace out wide. There's been aces and double faults in this game and forehand errors. Quite difficult for the returner, actually. Just picture yourself returning without really playing. It's not a good feeling. Absolute rip forehand from Coco from behind the baseline. Let's add in. Another forehand error from Coco and back to deuce. Deuce number 6. This is turning into a nightmare game, guys. And a great second serve from Coco there, add in. Will she be able to finally hold serve here? And she does. Nice kick serve there and a forehand inside out winner. 4-3 Coco. 4-3 Gauff. Can she strike right here, get the break, and serve out this second set? We shall see. And Faria wins the first set against Shelton 6-4. How about that? Beautiful combo of shots for Samsonova there. Nice wide serve down the line forehand winner. Follows that up with a big serve down the tee, and it's 30 love. Big serve by Samsonova there down the tee. Drop the hammer on that one. High up her good see you in here. No tennis, no life is correct. It's every day, bro. It is every day. It doesn't sleep. Strong play there from Coco. Good return. And it's 40-15. Absolute monster return there from Coco down the line. 40-30, and another shank forehand return. There was a lot of shanks today from Coco. Whatever that is, the shanking. Whatever's causing that, you know, hard for me to say from here because I don't have enough camera angles to work with. But certainly there is a reason behind this frame shots. If she only had like 1, 2, or 3, okay, no problem, that's normal. But she's had like 10, I think, or more frame shots. Gauff at 4-all, serving. And she gets the first point. According to All right, guys. Guys, for all, 30 love. I have to organize the coffee here because I'm struggling big time with this one. I don't think I'll make it. Literally falling asleep over here. But I got an excuse. I had a long day today. I was in the sun a lot today. Playing tennis, working out, recording. And it's hitting me. It's hitting me like a ton of bricks right now, the second set. I literally, like 2 minutes ago, I literally fell asleep on here, on stream. And then I caught myself. I made a video on Djokovic. I posted it yesterday. My latest video on intuitive tennis. I can link it if you want. Here, I'll link it for you. You can click on it, save it, watch it later. But anyway, Coco holds. And like I said in the beginning, I feel like she's going to come through here. She's going to come through. She's going to find a way to come through. Okay, where we are? Where are we at? There we are. Djokovic. Loss. Here's the link for the video, guys. Although this one's not hard to find because it's the latest one. But there are timestamps on this one. So it starts with Yala, then I talk about Venus, and then I transition from Venus to Djokovic. Yeah, Dave, the sun will take it out of you. Yeah. And on top of that, I haven't been sleeping that much. I've been just like doing a lot lately. Got lots of things going on outside of this regular programming, I guess. A lot of different projects I'm doing and videos, and it's but today, like the sun, I haven't like I said earlier, I have not worked out like to this level in about I would say probably about a year. Probably about a year. Like I really went to the limit today, and I got out of breath, I was sweating, I was completely exhausted, dead. So it's hitting me now. It's hitting me. Yeah, Parukua, it's always different topics in those type of videos. There's always timestamps too. It's never really only about one player. But the thumbnail, you choose whatever you think is going to get the most views, obviously. Something that's interesting to click on. And oh yeah, and I need a coffee, definitely. Did you get a haircut? Yes, I did. I got a haircut too today. In between all that stuff. Shelton up 2-1 in the second set against Faria. Lost the first at 6-4. That's going to be a very interesting match. Oh. Another rain delay. If there's another rain delay, I think I'm going to bail out of this one. I think I'm going to hit the sack. Just forget about this. I'm not going to be able to survive another rain delay. What are they waiting for? Is it raining? It's hard for me to tell. I can't tell. Because Shelton and Faria continue to play on. Yeah, and I saw the Hodar match. It was insane. I can't believe he came back from that. And then broke Shapovalov again. How many times did he break him? 3 times he broke him. Yeah. 3 times in a row. And listen, Shapovalov has a huge serve and a good hold game. So that was very impressive from Hodar. You know what it was, ST? Sam, you were talking about Samsonova. She played well. I don't think it was out of her mind or anything like that. Coco's forehand was spraying everywhere. She had like 17 unforced errors in the first set on the forehand. There was double faults. It was just an off day for Coco. Like, she started to get into the match now. She's playing better, but first set, yeah, Samsonova played well, but Coco definitely far from her best. All right, they're continuing. Good. Samsonova serving down 4-5 in the second set. And guys, hang on, hang tight real quick. Let me get the coffee so I can stay up here. 1 sec. Huh? See, this is the thing with Coco. It's 15:30 here. Like, she just finds a way to get into these matches where she's not playing well. It's spectacular to watch, really. And there it is, 15:40, 2 set points for Coco Gauff, just like that. Just locks in. Certainly, you know, the rain delay helped a little bit maybe, but it's just amazing how she can turn really poor tennis into decent tennis and eventually great tennis. It's truly remarkable because she's done this so many times. And there's serve and volley from Samsonova. Gauff. It's a return down to her feet. Samsonova can't control the backhand volley, and there's a second set for Gauff, 6-4. So many times she's been able to do this. And you know what happens next? Like, she plays so bad in the first set, but she can like make the semis here or the final or even win the whole thing. Like, just give you a recent example. And I mean, there's so many examples, but in Miami, like the first couple of matches were really poor from Coco against Cocciaretto and against Parks. Similar to the first set here against Samsonova, or even worse. Double faults galore, right? Like double-digit double faults, forehand not going in. But she like just stuck with it, kept it tight in the second set, and then all of a sudden started playing a little bit better. Maybe the opponent maybe got a little bit tentative, and there it is. So, like, she flips the match just like that, ends up winning, and then raises her game in the next round. So it's just truly remarkable to watch. And sign of a great champions. They all have this in common. But you know, if Coco, just imagine this, like if Coco didn't have that many problems on the forehand and the second serve, how good she would be. I mean, she's already unbelievably good, right? But how much better she would be. Like she could end up with 10 plus slam titles if she can clean up the second serve and the forehand. As it stands, let's say Coco doesn't get better, I expect her to get like probably around 5. Let's say between 5 and 10 maybe. Because she's still very, very young. So she's going to collect the titles, the big ones, including Grand Slams. But if she can get better, and I think she already has improved her second serve, you're looking at maybe 10 plus titles, Grand Slam titles. I really believe that. All she has to do is just put it all together once and one slam per year. Don't think that at this level right now she can win multiple per year, but one per year is plausible for her. And I do believe she's one of the favorites for US Open. I'm not going to talk about that yet. I don't know if to wait for the draw to come out, and we're going to wait, but she certainly is one of the favorites to win the whole thing. And as I've given her all this praise, she starts the third set with a double fault. Anna, I'm back. I'm back in business now with the coffee. It's very strong. It's extremely strong coffee, and I'm good. I'm going to be shot out of a cannon. You better believe it. Here's love 30. Coco in a lot of trouble immediately. All that praise got to Coco. Just kidding. It's time for another Hodar video. I'm going to stream Hodar tomorrow. Thank you for the super chat, Rafe. Thank you. Appreciate you. Much appreciated. I'm going to be streaming Hodar tomorrow. Which espresso machine do you use? DeLonghi. DeLonghi. Which coffee beans? Illy. Illy, Illy. Used to do Lavazza, but Illy is a little bit better than Lavazza in my opinion. From love 30 to 30 all. Coco looking more confident now. Better, I would say, facial expressions. The body language is always good with Coco, but the facial expressions, she looks more relaxed. And she looks in control now. I'm thinking about doing Iga first tomorrow, then Hodar, and then take a long break after Hodar, and then do Yala at night. Yala and Samova at night. It's a very deep return from Samsonova, and draws the error from Coco, and it's deuce. Long rally here at deuce. There's a huge point right here. Coco with the down the line forehand and draws the backhand error from Samsonova. Add in. True Tennis 5, I saw that Hodar is getting a tremendous amount of hate. People are so crazy. You know, this started actually at Roland Garros with Hodar. And I made a video on this. Dave, no, I haven't looked that up yet. I will, though. At Roland Garros, he was talking and gesticulating with his box. Like about, you know, he was leaving the court. And a ball girl was standing in that path to the hallway where it was exiting the court. I don't even remember who was exiting the court, but he was grabbing something from the team, like a water bottle or something like that. And as Hodar was approaching the girl, her foot got caught in a tarp. Swing volley, Gauff converts it, doesn't hit it that clean, and there's a hold for Coco, tough hold here. And as Hodar is approaching this girl, she steps backwards to let him pass, and her foot gets caught in a tarp. But this is such a weird thing, because if you look at the video, it looks like Hodar pushes the girl out of his way. Because again, he's gesticulating with his box. And you see the girl kind of falling back a little bit. But then if you take a look at another angle, you clearly see the girl's foot being caught in the tarp and Hodar being nowhere near her, not even looking at her, looking at the box. So I made a video about this, a short, and even I provided like proof, zoomed in on the foot being caught in the tarp. I'll tell you what, even with that, people still were writing terrible things about him. Oh, even if the girl's foot got caught in the tarp, he still was acting, blah, blah, blah. Really, really ridiculous hate towards Hodar, horrible hate, even with the evidence. Without the evidence, even worse hate. So I think that's where it started. And yes, True Tennis 5, I did see a lot of hate towards Hodar yesterday in the shoelace controversy. And what you're going to do when the shoelace breaks, what are you going to do? You're going to forfeit the match? Rules are rules. And it's tough for Shapovalov. It's tough for him. It's a horrible time for something like that. But the guy, and it takes a while to change the shoelaces, especially when you're nervous. And I think that's why he gave the shoe to his dad to finish it off. So that I don't know why you would hate Hodar for that and accuse him of gamesmanship. I even saw people write like, oh, I thought you were going to be the next Rafa. You're just like Rafa, but you're no Rafa. You're horrible. Like, it was really, I don't know what's wrong with people. Like, they're so hateful on the internet. It's crazy. You just got a kind of a feeling that Coco is going to strike right here. Isn't that like she's going to figure out how to get the break right here? It's 15 all on the Samsonova serve. Anna, you wrote it really well. The kid is resilient, seems to be brought up well, focused, and good head on his shoulders. I'm 100%. Seems like a great kid, great body language. Love watching him play. He's the real deal. And, you know, the haters are going to be the haters. Who cares? Sinner's got tons of haters too. Alcaraz too, actually. Not as many, but he's got haters too. Djokovic, of course. And I made a video yesterday again, like this, made so many videos on Djokovic in this regard. You can check it out, the last one I posted. But Coco Gauff 1530 here. It's a big chance, and double fault from Samsonova 1540. 2 break point chances. Hodar is a fantastic newcomer, in the game. I think it adds an interesting twist to the top of the ATP Tour. I don't think he's anywhere near yet where he will be one day. He's still learning, developing, growing. And it's fantastic to have another youngster like that, younger than Sinner and Alcaraz, like the next gen that's coming through. It's very, very important. Coco with some insane defending there, but Samsonova too strong, hitting the ball too hard into the corners. But Coco just like lightning fast going from one corner to another. One break point chance left. Reba, I agree. I 100% agree with you. And if you take a look at what I'm covering, I can't cover all the matches. Like, I have to be very selective. And I'll be honest with you, now that Djokovic is out, I'll be really honest with you, I've lost interest in the men's tournament. Like, I was really looking forward to Djokovic, and now I'm looking forward to Hodar. Listen, when I say lost interest, like, there's great matches and all that, but it's kind of a bummer. I mean, hopefully Shelton can come through this match, because it'd be nice to see him go back-to-back maybe. Musetti, it'd be nice to see him play well. But Bublik is not there. Like, some of my favorite players to watch are not there, you know? It's a little bit of a bummer, this North American hardcourt swing on the men's side. I gotta be honest. This WTA is far better for me. Like, even today, it was great matches. Rybakina to start with Townsend and Egov to follow, and then Jovic was playing Kostyuk against Kenin. Like, it's just great matches, great matchups. And ATP is good, but I don't know. We're missing something. We're missing that. It's just not enough to have two guys. You need more than two guys. And that's why I say it's nice to see Hodar. I would like to see Fonseca step it up even more than he has. Samsonova here with the game point. And misses the backhand, back to deuce. Dave, you said it so well. Hodar is a great reminder that you never know who the next gen players are going to be. Sometimes you never heard of them. Absolutely, 100%. If somebody would have told you in 2005 or 2006 that Djokovic is going to become the greatest player in the history of tennis, you would have laughed that person out of the room. You would have said, you are a moron. Like, get out of here. What are you talking about? You don't know. You don't know what's inside of somebody's head. Like, you can't look inside. You don't know. Because on the outside, everybody's kind of similar. They all have huge forehands, huge serves, huge backhands. They all move well. They're all super athletic. But what's in the inside is like the most important thing. And there's a super tricky transitional half-court forehand error from Samsonova off a slice from Gauff. That's not an easy ball to handle. Breakpoint chance for Coco. And a forehand return error from Coco, back to deuce. Yeah, and Hodar, you know, I've known of him because I do follow the college scene, and he played in Virginia, and he did well there, but nothing like, he wasn't, I mean, he lost like 3 matches, I think. He did well in college, no doubt about it. I think he won the indoors, if I remember correctly. He didn't win the NCAA. Don't even know who won it. I would have to look it up, but I'm going to look that up right now. It's interesting. Don't think he won the NCAA. So his college career was good, but nothing like where you would like be like, oh, this is the next Steve Johnson, next John Isner, the superstars of college tennis. But when he started playing on tour this year, you can see like this kid is special. Like I watched him at Del Rey. I was very impressed. He lost in the second round to Fritz there, and then people already started talking a little bit, and then once he won his first 250, that was a huge turning point. And then right off the bat, next tournament, Barcelona semifinal. Just like that. And I think since then it's been superstar status. Semifinal Madrid. It's incredibly consistent. But let me look up real quick NCAA tournament last year. Or was that? Would that be? Yeah, last year. That's when Hoda would have played. It's a very important game for Samsonova. So Wake Forest won last year. And by the way, Goran Ivanicic's son, Emmanuel, will play for Wake Forest. And Ivan Ljubic's got a son too who's going to play for Vanderbilt. Just some insider info, some stuff that you might not read anywhere. But yeah, Goran Ivanic has a son that plays pretty good tennis. He's going to be playing for Wake Forest, who won the title this year. I can't. It's so hard to find. Hold on. Oh, that's right. The 2025 was Zheng who won. I want to see the draw though. Who's still in the draw here? I think he took out Humbert, Zheng. Okay, here we go. Zheng beat Svida in the final. That's 25, I think, 2025. Zheng Svida in the final. Svida, amazing player. Where's Hodar? Did he even play this? When did Hodar play college? He might not have played this. Yeah, don't think Hodar played the 25 nationals singles. There's a huge hole there from Gauff. Up 2-1 in the third. Coco. Oh, that's right, Demi. Yeah, he went one semester and went pro. Yeah. Didn't play a year. That's right. That's why I didn't play. But I just want to check out who won this year. Hold on. I don't know. For some reason, I don't remember. Hold on. Singles. Okay, hold on. This is 26. I don't know. I think Zheng won again. I don't know. It's so hard to find. The college results are impossible. In any case, Hodar is the real deal. He's great for tennis, and he's the exciting guy to watch this week. Out of all the guys, to me, Hodar is like the most exciting by far. Shelton Faria. Are you kidding me? Faria serving for the match? No way. That's crazy. Oh man, that's a huge surprise to me. But like I said in the beginning, that Faria is a big time player. Huge potential, huge power, huge strokes. And if you saw Tirante yesterday against Djokovic, like some of these guys nowadays on tour, they can hit the ball so hard, it's crazy. Faria is a baller though. And Shelton maybe a little bit tired, I don't know. But if Shelton ends up losing this, I think this is a huge disappointment because, you gotta have the ability to go back to back. Like that's what Sinner, Alcaraz do. That's what Djokovic used to do. Federer, Nadal, you can't be up and down if you want to reach the top of the game. You just can't. You can't win a Masters 1000 and lose in the first round. That's unheard of at the highest level. Like Sinner goes on rampages. Alcaraz, ever since Miami 2025, went on an absolute rampage, made 9 finals in a row or something like that. You just can't lose in your first match after winning at 1000. You just can't. He played so well last week, so I'm shocked. But yeah, I understand that Faria is like an amazing player, huge potential, but still, this will be a very concerning loss for Ben. And people are going to say, "Oh, he's tired and he should have skipped." No. These tournaments, you got to play these tournaments. No skipping. Tennis is not all about the Grand Slams. You got to play. You got to start winning more. Like he defended his title, second Masters 1000, but let's see he goes back to back. That would have been huge for him. Huge. And would have actually put some fear into the opponents at the US Open. Like even maybe Sinner would have been like, "Oh, wait a second, this guy's on fire." But now he wins one and loses first round, next one. I don't think it has this anywhere near that effect. So if Faria can hold, which I'm afraid fatigue might get Hodar at the US Open. Rafa, thank you for the super chat, man. I appreciate you. No, don't worry about that. There's no such thing as that. These are professional tennis players. He's got a week off, or wherever he loses here, if he loses. He's got a week between, at least 1 week between, or maybe even more. Maybe he'll play on Tuesday or whatever. There's plenty of time. These players only need 1 day to recover. 2 days, they're perfectly fine to play again. So don't worry about that. He's not going to be fatigued. Don't worry about that. He's going to be fine. And Hodar didn't play anything between Wimbledon and Washington. Nothing. It was 3 weeks off of nothing. So he's going to be just fine. And it looks like Faria are going to come through here. Samsonova in another battle on her serve. Yep, Faria beats Shelton 4-4. Wow, this is a bad loss for Ben. I'm sorry. Listen, I was praising and hyping Ben up after last week. I thought he played incredible tennis. But it's a bad loss, and no disrespect to Faria. He's an amazing player, but Ben's got to come through this match. And again, the tennis is not all about the slams. It's not. I'm telling you. This does not bode well for the slam. like, think of it this way. Like, people are going to come in and say, oh, you know, the calendar is too tough and he was tired and he didn't have any time to rest. Or let court on breakpoint down from Samsonova. Ooh, that's fortunate right there. She ripped the forehand and the let cord, like, it bounced like from here to here. Oh, very fortunate point there. She saves breakpoint. It's another tough service game, but think about this regarding Shelton, and like, you're gonna read like in the comments tomorrow or even tonight that this is fatigue and he just won and the schedule is brutal and all this, right? But what's better, going into US Open with like back-to-back Masters 1000 titles, or like if he goes deep in this one, or losing in the first round? Because now he's got, what's the date today? He's got 2 weeks off before US Open. 2 weeks of nothing. You tell me what's better for a guy like Shelton. And there's another breakpoint chance for Gauff. It's absolutely, undoubtedly true that it's better to perform well at both tournaments. I'm telling you, it's just the way tennis is. If it wasn't important to play all these, like, take a look at all the great players in their prime, whether it's, you know, players from the past or current players. Take the greatest, they all played all these tournaments. They didn't skip, or they didn't have like ups and downs like that. And yes, the calendar is horrible and these tournaments are too long, but still, you know, they used to play best of 5 back in the day in the final. So yeah, this is a bad loss for Ben, I gotta say. And this does not, yeah, it's not good for the US Open, I'm telling you. And there's a break of serve for Gauff. 3-1 in the third. Another incredible turnaround from Coco. She's just making Samsonova work so hard on her serve. Just going over deuce. It keeps pressuring her, and she eventually gets the break here. Could have gotten the break in the previous service game. And now it's 3-1. Now again, like, a lot of this depends on the draw to it, US Open. Like, where will Shelton fall? Will he be with Sinner in the quarter or whatever? Could it be even 4th round, couldn't it? If he's 8, or if he's 9. So whatever, like, the draw could be horrible and there could be a huge roadblock for him there. But we gotta wait. We don't even know if Sinner and Alcaraz are playing. We don't know anything yet. That's a monster serve from Coco right there. 15 love. She looks in full control right now of this match. And look, Fritz, you know, he was a little bit unlucky, and because Washington final was on a Monday and he played on Wednesday and he hurt himself. I thought he was injured in the first round of Montreal. But I think Fritz is going to have a very strong tournament here, even a good chance to actually win this whole thing, Fritz. He won't beat Mickelson today. He played pretty well. I saw him smash a racket, so he's pretty heated right now, Fritz. Like, I think he's ready to do something big. He really wants to make the ATP finals. That's his major goal for the rest of the season. I think he has a good chance to win this whole tournament. Hartford Wolfpack says, a year or two ago, I thought there could be a chance that I see a U.S. men's slam champ, but now I'm feeling a lot worse. There are good players, but just seem unable to seize opportunities. Yeah, look, it's actually, you know, U.S. men's tennis is looking quite good. Like, it's good. There's a tremendous amount of great players. But the problem is that the guys at the top are so good, you know, it's tough to come through those guys, and especially consecutively. So that's why it was a golden opportunity at Roland Garros this year. And I thought Tiafoe had at a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to do something memorable there, make a Roland Garros final. I felt that he blew the biggest chance because he was also up 2-1, double break 4-1 in the fourth against Arnaldi, and you guys know the top half of the draw was wide open. Kuboli ended up making it through. So one of these guys might take advantage of an opportunity like that, but you know, who knows if these opportunities are going to come? Like, maybe there's just a fluke. Maybe there will be more. I don't know. It's hard to say. There could be another one. U.S. Open, if Alcaraz pulls out. Djokovic right now is, he's struggling physically. So there's going to be more opportunities. But I think eventually Sinner and Alcaraz will reestablish themselves as like the guys that go deep in a lot of tournaments. I truly believe that. But it's just tough to come through a semi against Sinner and then a final against Alcaraz and vice versa. It's just tough. We saw that with Djokovic this year at Australia, where he had like his greatest chance of getting the 25th slam, and it's so tough to come through these guys consecutively. So Americans men's tennis is doing well, but probably is not going to be a Grand Slam champion for, I don't know, probably for the next 10 years, 15, till Sinner and Alcaraz are retired. I'm sorry. I don't think it'll happen. I'm telling you, because there are other guys who might step up and take an opportunity when it presents itself, like a Hodar, like a Fils, Menchik. There are other guys too, unless one of the American guys gets better, steps up their game and starts challenging Sinner, it actually goes through them to win a slam. Like, that's different. And I've said it so many times, in my opinion, like, Shelton is the one that can do it. I don't know if Fritz can do it. I don't know if Tiafoe and Paul can do it. Tien too. And I'm a big supporter of Tien, but I don't know if he can do it. There's just something missing there, like power-wise. And that's certainly not missing with Ben. So, but with this result, losing the first match here, he's still far away from that, It's just too much of an up and down season. It's a crazy season from Ben Shelton. It's like incomprehensible almost, It's like 4 tournament wins and so many first-round exits. It's crazy. Against guys that he normally wouldn't be losing to ever. Like, he lost to Tirante in Houston. He lost to Virtanen and Wimbledon. Now he lost to Faria here. It's just weird, It's a weird season for Ben. But let's lock in on this match again. And like I've said in the beginning, is another example of Coco Gauff just gritting out a match, just staying with it, fighting. And she's not playing well, but even in those games where she was struggling in the first set or even early in the second, like, she would go down like love 15 or love 30, and then she would win a point and she'd pump herself up. And it's like positive body language. And it's like, that's how she processes this stuff. Like, she just goes right back to business, fights, runs everything down, plays every point. And she somehow, gets herself back into the match, starts playing a little bit better, and then all of a sudden the pressure is on the opponent. She takes the second set and flips the whole match around. So we're seeing this right here. Gauff 2-6, 6-4, 4-1, and now it's 15-30 on the Samsonova serve, and it's looking like it's going to be 6-1 this set. Yeah, Samsonova is spraying a lot more now than she did in the first set and a half, for sure. The game started to slowly fall apart towards the end of that second set with more errors. Like I said in the very beginning, that's been her problem. She's a huge ball striker, one of the hardest hitters on tour, but it's her consistency that lets her down big time. $15.40, 2 breakpoint chances for Gauff for a double break. And I'm telling you guys, the best American player still is Taylor Fritz. He's above Shelton, even though Shelton now is a one more Masters compared to Fritz. I would put Fritz still ahead of Shelton. Just because, like, mentally, I find Fritz to be a little bit better, more steady. I feel that Shelton is just below Fritz a little bit. But obviously, those two guys are at the top, Shelton and Fritz. And I say that because I do value a final of a slam higher than an ATP 1000 title. And Fritz was in the US Open final. Shelton in the semifinal, which is also a great result. But a beautiful point there for Samsonova. And Coco just running like this. Coco just from here to here, just like lightning fast, one side of the court to the other. And eventually it's too much. But Coco is so fast, it's crazy. And the way she slides into some of these shots is insane. Athleticism through the roof on Gauff. Incredible. And there's the break for Coco, 5-1, double break. It is close, though, between Fritz and Shelton. It's close, especially if they play each other. It's like a 50-50 match. And that's like if you just watch their Halle quarterfinal. There's no breaks in the whole match. Like, they're very close, obviously, in level. But I don't know. Fritz has been there, done that longer. And it's just like, it's just a little bit more steady. You won't see the same ups and downs with Fritz that you see with Shelton. Coco with the down the line backhand. Winner. Ball 15. Gauff now from playing really poorly in the first set. Look how she's playing now. She's playing well. Like, she can win this title. She can. And my point is, like, if she gets rid of this where she's playing like this every now and then, like she did in the first set, if she can improve upon that, improve the forehand, improve the second serve. Like, when she gets rid of that, and I think she might be able to get rid of that, she's going to be even better than she already is. Because despite these issues, she's having an unbelievable career. Unbelievable. Consistently top 4, 2 slams. I don't know how many WTA 1000s. Maybe you guys can look it up, but that's a nice point there from Samsonova. Comes in and knocks off that high forehand volley. Yeah, I agree with you, Aubrey. Her second serve has improved a lot, yes. Because remember last year, US Open, like, it was a crisis. Like, she was double faulting double digits very frequently, but don't get it twisted. She's still, I think, ranked number 1 on WTA in double faults. Like, the second serve is not solved at all, but it has gotten better. And some of those numbers are still from earlier in the year where she was double faulting more. And I saw a huge improvement in her second serve in the clay court season. And she was double faulting less and serving better for sure. And there's an ace for Coco down the tee. She wins 2-6, 6-4, 6-1. Amazing match from Coco. Another example of unbelievable mental strength, resilience, not giving up, not getting flustered and down when things are not going well for her, when she's missing, when she's double faulting. She just stays rock solid, focuses on the next point, and she's able to turn these matches around like no one else on WTA Tour, I'll be honest. Like, she is the best at finding a way to come through a match where she's playing poorly. It's just incredible to watch. And yeah, to me, like the two players, and I'm adding more players now, but the two players that I think are going to do well this tournament and US Open are Swiatek and Gauff. And I said this prior to Toronto starting. And I'm also adding Rybakina. I think that was a very important tournament for her. I'm very uncertain about Sabalenka. Like, she's got to do something here, show something here. Same with Anisimova. She has a huge match tomorrow coming up with Ayala. So question marks with Sabalenka and Anisimova. Pegula is going to be there. But I'll place her chances, of course, lower than Swiatek and Gauff's. And maybe somebody else too, I have to see. But yeah, those are the players right now that I have my eyes on as far as US Open is concerned. And this tournament right here is going to be very, very important. It's going to be super important. Tomorrow at 8:30 is going to be Anisimova against Ayala, which will be such an important match for Anisimova, really. Don't think it'll matter much for Ayala whether she, of course, is going to be huge if she wins. Don't get me wrong, but even if she loses, I think she's still looking great. She's had a phenomenal summer, but Anisimova has to like turn it on, and she got to turn it on quick. Which Polish gal are you covering, Nick? You know what? I'm thinking about doing Iga tomorrow, doing the Iga match, then doing the Hodar match, and then the Ayala match. So 3. Think about doing 3. That's a good number. I could probably do more. There's a lot of good matches on tomorrow. But I got a lot of other stuff going on that I have to finish. But yeah, I think Iga at 11 against Sakari, that's going to be good. I would love to do Rybakina too, but I need to take some breaks in between too. So I'm thinking about doing 3 tomorrow. Yeah. Thinking about doing 3. I thought about doing 2 today, but I had so much going on. I had a long day, a lot of time spent in the sun. I even played tennis today. I practiced for the first time in like a year. And it got me so exhausted that I actually fell asleep in the stream, which is very embarrassing, in the second set. And then I had some coffee, and then I was shot out of a cannon. I still am. But I'm glad I was able to do this one, honestly. Like, I'm glad I did it. It was nice to see Coco again play like this. It's always good to see something like this. It's very inspirational. A lot to learn from. Being able to have the ability to turn matches around. And also talking about some of the other things that have been happening around the courts, you know, such as the Shelton loss and other things, Hodar and all that. Looks like a lot of you guys are excited about Ayala and Anisimova. That's going to be a blockbuster match right there. Let me see what you guys are saying in here. Okay, Hartford Wolfpack says, I feel like Tiafoe has such an insanely high peak level, but his tennis goes through way more dips than even Ben. 100%. You said it really well. I think level-wise, he's right up there with Ben. Athleticism-wise, he's right up there with him. I don't think his serve is quite as good as... the serve and the forehand is not quite as good as Ben's. I've put Ben's above. But, you know, Tiafoe's got a great serve and a great forehand too. And yes, he's extremely talented and highly capable of being a top 10 player, but yeah, the mentally has been a big problem for him. And also losing matches that he shouldn't be losing. That Arnaldi match, Roland Garros, can't lose that one. that one's, I think, stung, to say the least. But then also losing to Bublik at Wimbledon, that was brutal too. He had that match under control. Had all those break points, remember, if you remember. That's the match where Bublik served like 50 aces or something. It was insane. So that one stung. And yeah, it's been up and down for Tiafoe. And he's had a pretty decent year. He's played well, but I would put him behind Shelton and Fritz. I would. Maybe I even put him behind Tien a little bit. Tiafoe, just a little bit. I think Tien, I hold Tien in high regards. I think a lot of people are sleeping on him because maybe he doesn't have as much power as the other guys. So people maybe don't think that he doesn't have that much potential, but I think Tien is like very dangerous. And being lefty is underappreciated. Lefties have an advantage, even on the top of the ATP Tour. So that's why it's a shame that Draper is not able to play because of injuries. Or he's playing, but he's not anywhere near the form that he showed last year, the year before, or even earlier this year. And in the World, for example. So Tien being lefty puts him ahead a little bit in my eyes over Tiafoe, just a little bit. And Tommy Paul, a very strong player. You know, I'll probably put him at the same level as Tiafoe. So you got like 5 guys there that are incredible. And now you put on top like a Nakashima, who's been playing some really solid tennis. Like he won his first match today, very solid. That guy can be top 15, in my opinion. It's just stacked. American tennis is stacked with great players. You got Korda, who played well this year, won Del Rey, beat Alcaraz in Miami, but then had a back surgery. You got guys like that, and then many more guys like Svida and Zheng, and there's tons of guys. So American men's tennis is looking great, but like I said earlier, the very top is not quite strong enough to do anything like, you know, at the Grand Slam level. I think it's going to be difficult there. And unfortunately, the broader tennis audience will always judge American male tennis players in comparison to the legends. Connors McEnroe, Sampras Agassi, and even Andy Roddick when he first came on the scene. Even though he was a U.S. Open champion, he was actually quite critical. People were quite critical of him because he was compared to Sampras and Agassi, and he couldn't replicate their careers. People were critical of him, and Roddick was an unbelievable player. Like won everything in the United States, every Masters Series tournament, including the U.S. Open, was #1 in the world. Like the guy is an absolute like Hall of Fame level. And he was like kind of trash talked often, like how he's no good in comparison to Sampras and Agassi. Now think about the broader tennis audience. If they compare like a Roddick to Fritz or Shelton, like those guys don't come even close to Roddick. Nowhere near the Roddick's level, nowhere near it. So that's the state of American tennis, and unfortunately, the broader tennis audience won't care unless they get a Grand Slam champion. The hardcore tennis fans like us, we appreciate a Shelton, we appreciate a Fritz, but the broader tennis audience doesn't, unfortunately. It's all about like winning slams and being at the top as an American, or it's no good. That's the harsh reality, you know? That's the harsh reality, guys. Keaton, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Okay, guys, so I'm going to see you guys at 11 tomorrow Eastern time for Iga. And then I'm going to see you for Hodar at like 2:30, and then I'm going to see you for Yala at 8:30 at night. So we'll do 3 tomorrow, okay? We'll do 3. And now I'm shot out of a cannon and probably won't be able to go to bed from that coffee, but at least I needed that though, because I would have literally fell asleep on the stream, which is eventually going to happen. I'm telling you, because I do a lot during the day. My schedule is crazy. Now that I'm playing again, that takes a lot out of me, and the heat and the humidity that kills me. I was exhausted. Yeah. Anyways, it was fun to be here with you guys, and this was certainly a good match that I picked. It was very interesting, and good to see Coco figure things out and then come through with a 3-set victory. And you're probably going to watch more tennis. There's going to be another match coming up, which is, let me look. What is that? I already forgot. Who's coming after this? There's one more match. Hold on. Today is Sunday, right? Oh yeah, Svitolina Valentova. Yeah, Svitolina Valentova and Sonego TFO. But there's no way I can cover that, guys. I gotta hit the sack, okay? So I will see you tomorrow at 11 o'clock for Iga against. Okay, come on. Come on, Nick. Pull this one out. Who does she play? Sakari. There you go. The brain is still working a little bit. It's Swiatek Sakari tomorrow at 11 a.m. I'll see you guys then, okay? Take it easy.